Hello YouTube, Bragi the Scald. Today I want to talk about Aristotle's golden mean and how we can apply it to our everyday lives. First, I would like to define the golden mean. Let me pull this up real quick. By the way, this is Wikipedia that I'm pulling this from. It says golden mean in parentheses philosophy. In philosophy, especially that of Aristotle, the golden mean is the desirable middle between two extremes, one of excess and the other deficiency. For example, in the Aristotelian view, courage is a virtue, but if taken to excess would manifest as recklessness, and if deficient as cowardice. The reason why I want to talk about the golden mean is because for the longest time, I've actually believed in this principle where one must find the medium, the happy medium between two extremes. And I find that this is not always the case when it comes to people posting stuff on the internet. They are either of one side or the other, usually not hearing each other's arguments. That does not mean that their arguments are valid, but a lot of times people won't give anybody else ground when it comes to this. And to be quite honest, I see this happen a lot on YouTube when people post video responses. And that's one wonderful thing about video responses is that you don't have anybody to refute your ideas. And even when people show up face to face to one another, they don't want to hear each other. And that's just weird and wrong because, in order to make an informed judgment, whether it be opinion or fact, you gotta hear both sides. I mean, I mentioned earlier that I would join an MRA based on what I've seen and heard from the internet, from what people who are, or not MRA, but MRM. Let's get that distinction out of the way. But I mean, basically, I've seen, listened to a lot of MRAs, and they make sense to me. They make perfect sense, and I've heard the other side of the coin, the feminists, because it's either MRAs or feminists in this case. Two extremes. They're both after, or they claim to both be after the same thing. However, with the MRAs, they're after true equality. They're after men and women being equal on a societal plane. While it seems that on the feminist side, they don't even want to listen to the MRAs, but that's not even on the feminist side. They have their own agenda and they shove it in everybody's face, and they say that this is the way to believe. Now, I'm not saying MRAs don't do that. They do, but they do it with logic and reasoning and a little bit of snarky humor, which I gotta say I quite enjoy. If you can't laugh about the ills of the world, then what can you do? And I mean, I can't say anything else but this. I would like to see these two groups see if they can't work out a happy medium. I know this is not actually possible because you've got extremists on pretty much both sides, although I would say that the extremists on the MRA side are less extreme and less volatile than, say, the feminist extremists that shout misogynist at every opposition that's thrown at them, and it's kind of strange. But I mean, well, let's go back to the golden mean here. The golden mean being balance with everything, and I don't know. It always has just made sense to me, and I am slowly figuring out that this is not the way of the world. It would be nice. It would be nice to find balance with everything. I'm currently living on my own right now in my own apartment. Boy, I gotta clean my apartment. Anyway, and I can't afford to do too much. But I'm happy. I'm happy to be on my own, happy to see all this. But I have all this time looking at all this stuff on YouTube, and now I'm rambling. I apologize for that. I should probably script these things now, shouldn't I? But I mean, I usually don't have time to script anything due to the fact that I'm going to school for history right now, and that's pretty much it. That's my point, and yeah, well, in that case, Braga the Scald, and this is my sign out. I haven't figured that one out yet.